Okay, so welcome to our channel no sa The House of Accounting no. Our topic for today is PAS 8 Accounting Policies, Estimate and Errors. Okay? So accounting policies are the specific principles, bases, conventions, rules and practices applied by an entity in preparing and presenting financial statements. An entity is required to outline all the significant accounting policies applied in preparing financial statements. The entity shall select and apply the same accounting policies each period to achieve comparability with financial statements or to identify trends in financial position, performance, and cash flows of the entity. Okay? So, si accounting policy, no, ito yung mga adopted principles, basis, conventions, rules, and practices ni reporting entity na kung saan nakasulat siya sa notes to financial statements. Okay? At tapos, dapat consistent yung application niya para ma-achieve yung comparability sa mga financial statement. Unless na lang merong changes in accounting policy. Okay? So, tuwing kailan ba nagkakaroon ng changes in accounting policy? Ang sabi ng standards, no, may dalawang instances para magkaroon ng change in accounting policy. Number one is required by an accounting standard. Okay? Nagkaroon ng bagong standard kaya naging required na palitan yung accounting policy. And pangalawa is merong changes will result in more relevant and faithful represented information about the financial position, financial performance, and cash flow of the entity. Okay, the management believe no na kapag pinalitan daw yung accounting policy, mas magkakaroon ng more relevant and more faithfully represented financial information sa kanilang financial statements. Okay? So, ano ang mga example ng accounting policy? Example number 1 is yung merong changes daw in the method of inventory pricing from FIFO to weighted average method. Okay, napalitan daw ng first in first out yung measurement papuntang weighted average method. Next is meron daw na change from cost model to revaluation model in measuring property, plant and equipment. Okay, so from historical cost nagpunta sa fair market value approach, and changes from cost model to fair value model in measuring investment. Changes to a new policy resulting to requirement from the requirement of a new PFRS. Okay? Ibig sabihin, nagkaroon ng panibagong policy. No? Example nito is yung mga panibagong IFRS or PFRS pagdating ng 2027. Okay? Example nun is yung sa PAS 1 is masusupersede na siya ng PFRS 18. Okay, so mapapalitan na yung PAS 1 mo ng PFRS 18 pagdating ng 2027. Okay, so paano mo nire-report no, ang change in accounting policy? Ang general rule mo kapag mayroong change in accounting policy, ang application niya is retrospective. No? Retrospective ang kanyang application, lalo na kapag walang binanggit sa standard or interpretation dun sa transitional provision. Okay? So, paano ginagawa yung retrospective application? Retrospective application means that any resulting adjustment from the changes in accounting policy shall be reported as an adjustment to the opening balance of retained earnings. Okay, so lahat daw ng mababago from the date of change ng accounting policy is i-charge lahat sa retained earnings. The amount of adjustment is determined as of the beginning of the year of change. If comparative information is presented, the financial statement of the prior period presented shall be restated to conform with the new accounting policy. Okay, kasi nga retrospective siya, so ibig sabihin, from the point of discovery, for example, nag-change ng applicate ng accounting policy ng 2024, dapat pati yung 2023 at yung beginning balance niya is ma-restate. Okay, kasi nga retrospective application, pabalik. Okay? So, example natin, no? Magbigay tayo ng illustration. Okay? Illustration number 1. Cash In Incorporated has used FIFO method of inventory valuation since it began its operation in 2023. Cash In Incorporated decided to change to the weighted average method for determining inventory costs at beginning of 2024. Okay? So, at the beginning of 2024, nagbago siya. So, ibig sabihin, ending ng December 31, 2023. Okay? So, yung December 31, 2023 mo, na FIFO method, okay, which is 1 million, FIFO, pati yung nasa weighted average mo na December 30, 2021 is mababago. So, ibig sabihin, there is a decrease, no? There is a decrease from 1 million to 750,000, which is 250,000. So, saan mapupunta tong decrease na to? Diba sabi is dapat i-close siya lahat sa retained earnings. Debit retained earnings, credit inventory 2023. Okay, so 250,000, 250,000. Okay? So, ang magiging panibagong inventory account mo na dito is itong total na to. 750 plus 12 equals 1950. Okay? Next is yung accounting estimate. Okay? When we say accounting estimate now, these are changes in accounting estimate is a normal recurring correction or adjustment of an asset and liability, which is the natural result of the use of an estimate. An estimate may need revision if changes occur regarding the circumstances on which the estimate was based or because of added information, more experience, or subsequent development. By very nature, the revision of estimate does not relate to prior period and is not a correction of error. Sometimes it is difficult to distinguish a change in accounting estimate and a change in accounting policy. In such cases, the change is treated as change in accounting estimate with appropriate disclosure. Okay? Si accounting estimate kasi, these are estimate, no, in measuring asset or liability. Example natin ng mga accounting estimate, no, is yung application mo ng PAS 37, yung provision, contingent liabilities, and contingent asset, na kung saan hindi mo alam kung magkano yung settlement amount, no? Kaya nangyayari is ini-estimate mo yung value ng provision, contingent liabilities, and contingent asset. Okay? Ano pang example natin ng accounting estimate is yung estimated useful life, no, na ginagamit mo sa PAS 16 sa mga PPE. Okay, so under sa kanila, ina-estimate mo yung useful life ng mga equipment or ng PPE itself. O kaya naman yun sa mga financial instrument, example is accounts receivable, na kung saan nag-estimate ka ng allowance for doubtful accounts. Okay, naglalagay ka ng allowance for doubtful accounts sa mga uncollectible accounts mo, ginagamitan mo rin yun ng estimate, no? Okay, sa conceptual framework, no, ang basis mo ng estimate is yung tinatawag nating prudence, no? Kasi when it comes to uncertainty, dapat prudence ka, no? Dapat prudent ka sa uncertainty. So, paano daw nire-report, no, yung mga accounting estimate? Okay? Nire-report mo siya sa income or loss or profit or loss statements, no? The period of change if the change affects the period only, and the period of change and future period if affects both. Okay? A change in accounting estimate shall not be accounted by restating amounts reported in the financial statements of prior period. Changes in accounting estimates are to be managed currently and prospectively. If necessary, prospective recognition of the effect of changes in accounting estimate means that the change is applied to transition and other events from the date of change in estimate. Okay, so si accounting estimate, change in accounting estimate is accounted for prospectively, and from the change of accounting estimate, dapat consistent application na. Okay, at nire-report mo, lahat ng difference lang is sa profit or loss. Okay, so punta tayo sa illustration natin ng accounting estimate. Illustration: Buhat Inc. have a depreciable asset costing 500,000 and is estimated to have a 5-year useful life. At the beginning of the year, at the beginning of third year, the original life is changed 8 years. What will be the depreciation to be recognized at third year of operation? Okay? So, dapat kunin mo muna yung carrying value niya bago mo i-compare dun sa panibagong depreciable life. Okay? So, paano kunin ang carrying value? From historical cost, which is 500,000. Okay? Divided by, minus mo pala yung accumulated depreciation. So, paano nakuha yung accumulated depreciation niya? So, 500,000 divided by 5 years. Eh, 2 taon na lumipas. So, times 2. Okay, so total accumulated depreciation is 200,000. So, ang carrying value mo is 500,000 minus 200,000 is 300,000. Okay, so ang carrying value mo is 300,000. Saka mo siya i-divide ngayon sa panibagong life. 8 years ba ang gagamitin mo? The answer is no. Dapat ibawas mo muna pati ang tumakbong panahon from the date of acquisition. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan bawasan mo yung 8 years ng life ng dalawa. Okay, kasi from 5 years to the third year, no? At the beginning of third year. So, 2 taon na ang lumipas. So, 6 years na lang ang ipandi-divide mong useful life. So, divided by 6. Therefore, depreciation mo for the third year of operation is 50,000. So, kapag inentihan mo yan, debit depreciation expense, credit accumulated depreciation, 50,000. So, pansinin mo, hindi natin close sa retained earnings, but rather, close natin sa profit or loss item, which is depreciation expense. Okay?